All right, today we're going to be making magnetic business cards. Here's a couple good magnetic business cards. These are great. You know, magnetic. I haven't used paper card in a long time. And I'm going to show you how we can make these real easy. What you're going to need is a card to measure. You're going to need some magnets. These are from Harbor Freight. They're cheap. I think they're a couple bucks. You'll need some sanding paper, some sort of finish. I just used the clear finish there, and a table saw. And some wood. So let's get to work. All right, so we're at the table saw. We're going to use the card to actually measure my cut. So you don't need a tape measure or anything. Set that up, slide the fence in, make sure that it's good, and put it up to the sawtooth. Right, something like that, so that it can just go in and out. And make sure that you got the same distance here to here as you do from here to here. Make sure your fence is square. So bring your blade up just above the wood, not much more. And we're going to do the face grain. So the logo will go on the face grain. You don't want the edge grain right there. So the face grain. So here we go. All right, now we got our lumber milled up. So this is the edge grain. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide the fence in and rip thin pieces. You're going to need a push stick and another push stick, so you get 2 points of pressure so that you can get a good cut. So let's set that up. That's pretty good thickness right there, but we're going to make some more cuts. That rough side I'm just going to get rid of. There we go, that looks good. Now let's sand it down. Just gonna give it a quick sand down to get rid of any saw marks. Like right there is a little saw mark right there. So just a quick sand, 80 grit. Don't need to get fancy with it. The final grit will be 120. We'll do that by hand. That's it. Don't need to do both sides. One side will be the bottom, so it doesn't matter. So a crosscut sled will make this a lot easier. Just repeated cuts is just going to be a lot easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your business card, line it up with the cut right there, and then we're going to put a stop block right here so that we can just do the cuts quick. Do a whole bunch of them, and they'll all be the same. So let's get a stop block. Alrighty, stop block is in place. We are ready. We're going to lower that blade because that is way too high. Make sure that it's where it should be. Right there is about good. You're going to want a pencil so you can hold that down right there. Actually, I'm going to cut that blue end off first. So let's cut that. Go. We got 10 of them ready to go. All right, so we got the branding iron plugged in. It's got the electric one. This one's from Budget Branding, which is great. I think it was like maybe $100. You can swap out the heads. They got, you know, different sizes for whatever you want. So this is going to take about 10-15 minutes to heat up. While that's going on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break the edges with some sandpaper. So, I mean, I just do it by hand. You could use a power sander if you wanted to, but it doesn't take very much. So you just kind of, that's it, done on that edge. Do every single edge, corners, give them a quick sand so you don't get splinters. And that's it. We're going to sand the top more after we brand it. And the other side doesn't matter because nobody's going to see it. So. All right, so I think we're ready to brand. This is the fun part. You get to play around with like the grain, you know. So like this one's pretty cool. It's got a cool pattern. So I want my logo to go kind of, I want to leave that part right there. I don't want to brand over that part. And you're going to want to spray them with water, just real gentle, just so you don't get that brown, and we don't need to sand it as much. So just give them all a quick spray. That'll pop the grain too when you're sanding, so you don't get. And then you want to do a test. You want to count, so you know if you come out dark, you know on the next one you'll go. Oh, that's hot. Oh, ruined that one. Okay. All right. That'll be our test piece. This is hot. That's really hot. All right. Be careful. Here we go. Test piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. That one's great. That's a good one. Let's just do another one. All right, so last step is just your finish. You can use any finish that you'd like. I just use the spray because it's quick. But make sure that you dry it off. Wipe them off, I mean. Because you got like little, you know, sawdust and stuff on there. So just give them a quick wipe before you spray it on. And the goal of these is not perfection, you know, because it's not handled every day. Of course, you want this to look good. Does the back matter? No. Does this really matter? No, because you just want it to look good when it's sticking to whatever you're sticking it to. Fridge, toolbox, whatever. So don't go crazy making it perfect. Of course, make sure your brand is good. That's probably the best one that I did. But yeah, any kind of finish and you're done. All right, here's your final product here. Which one do you prefer? I know which one I prefer. Good thing about these is these go in the trash. These are gone. People get rid of those. You give one of these to your customers, they're gonna stick it and it's gonna stay there forever. So they'll remember you. So, thanks.